This TikToker is upset that employers won't accommodate her time blindness.
So I just got yelled at for asking a very reasonable question. So I'm applying to go somewhere, and I just wanted to know, are there accommodations for people who struggle with time blindness and being on time?
I don't think she understands the meaning of the word reasonable. Let's continue.
And then the person I was with interrupted and acted like I was asking something else. And then when we were done, they actually started yelling at me and saying that accommodations for time blindness doesn't exist. And if you struggle with being on time, you'll never be able to get a job, provided you're trying your absolute best to be there. And then they're like, your stupid generation wants to destroy the workplace.
Do you know what's a good cure for time blindness? An alarm. That'll cure it right up.
And yeah, I think that a culture where workers are just cut off because they struggle with being on time, when there's other solutions that we can look to, I think that just anybody who thinks it's okay to just treat people like that.
I'll bet that she recovers from her time blindness in a real hurry when she's sitting at a restaurant and she hasn't gotten a menu after half an hour. I bet she recovers from that time blindness real quick.
Yeah, that culture needs to be dismantled. And then I asked that person, how can you feel good about yourself upholding this kind of system? And then to think,
this kind of system that expects people to show up at work on time. Again, I'll bet you anything that her time blindness cures up real fast when she's waiting for something, when she's in the lineup at Starbucks or she's sitting at a restaurant and they haven't brought out her fucking soy tea or whatever she drinks in time. I bet you that time blindness goes away real quick. So a society that let's watch that again. Hold on a second.
When there's other solutions that we can look to, I think that just anybody who thinks it's okay to just treat people like that, yeah, that culture needs to be dismantled.
Dismantle the culture that makes everything work. That's what she's talking about. Because if everybody has time blindness, if nobody cares about being on time, guess what? Nothing's going to work anymore. Nothing's going to work. The power's going to go out. Food's not going to get to the stores. Again, does she want to sit and wait for an hour to get a glass of water at the restaurant? Probably not. The time blindness dries up pretty quick then, I'm betting.
And then I asked that person, how can you feel good about yourself upholding this kind of system?
Get this kind of system. The system where things work because people take their jobs seriously and show up on time and care and are conscientious. It's absolutely maddening. Anyway, let's continue.
And to think I'm entitled. No, if people think it's okay to treat others like this, that's entitlement.
You know what it is? It's stupidity. It's utter and total stupidity and a total lack of perspective. This is what happens when you train a generation of young people to not be able to see any further than their own shadow, to worship themselves and their whims. This is what happens. You get a bunch of entitled, narcissistic idiots. We have to dismantle the systems. The systems have taken hundreds of years to build up and they worked pretty well until you fucking came along. Like, can you imagine these people having to actually live in the society that they advocate for? They wouldn't last 2 minutes. Candle Monkey says, effort blindness. Bullseye, right there. See, Streamer says, I wonder if she'll still be understanding of time blindness when her shift was supposed to end an hour and a half ago. Yeah, I bet you that time blindness cures up real fast when her shift's ending. Let's see what the internet has to say about this dingbat. Well, everyone knows that showing up on time and being prompt is white supremacy. There are other solutions. Show up on time or lose your job. That is how employment works. Yep. Let's see. I found a cure for time blindness. It's true. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Sharing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.